I want to wish everybody, what you call it? Whoa, 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 whoa.
I just wanna chill and twist the lie, catch stunts in my 745. You drive me crazy, shorty. I need to see you and feel you next to me. I provide everything you need, and I like your smile. I don't wanna see you cry. Got some questions that I gotta ask, and I hope you can come up with the answers, baby. Girl, it's easy to love me now. Would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me, girl? It's easy to love me now. Now. Would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me? If I fell off tomorrow, would you still love me? If I didn't smell so good, would you still hug me? If I got locked up and sentenced to a quarter century, could I count on you to be there to support me mentally? If I went back to a hoopty from a bin, would you poof and disappear like some of my friends? If I was hit and I was hurt, would you be by my side? If it was time to put in work, would you be down to ride? I get out and peel a brother cap, chill and dry. I'm asking questions to find out how you feel inside. If I ain't rap cause I flip burgers at Burger King, would you be ashamed to tell your friends you feeling me? In the bed, if I use my tongue, would you like that? If I wrote you a love letter, would you write back? Now we could have a little drink, you know, a nightcap, and we could go to bed like I know you like that. Girl, it's easy to love me now. Oh, now, would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me, girl? It's easy to love me now. Woo. Would you love me if I was down? Would you still have love for me? Now would you leave me if your father found out I was thugging? Do you believe me when I tell you you the one I'm loving? Are you mad cause I'm asking you 21 questions? Are you my soulmate? Cause if so, girl, you a blessing. Do you trust me enough to tell me your dreams? I'm staring at you trying to figure how you got in them jeans. If I was down, would you say things to make me smile? I treat you how you wanna be treated, just teach me how. If I was with some other chick and someone happened to see, and when you asked me about it, I said it wasn't me, would you believe me or up and leave me? How deep is our bond if that's all it takes for you to be gone? We only humans, girl, we make mistakes to make it up, I do whatever it takes. I love you like a fat kid love cake. You know my style, I say anything to make you smile. Girl, it's easy to love me now. Oh no, would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me? Girl, it's easy to love me now. Oh, would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me, girl? Could you love me in a Bentley? Could you love me on a bus?
The video almost uploaded.
Questions, and they all about us. Could you love me in a Bentley? Could you love me on a bus? I'll ask 21 questions, and they all about us.
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. Sergeant Mo, what up with it? JD in the house. Where is Chocolate and Cocoa at? When the hell is Chocolate and Cocoa on this happy Thanksgiving Day? I hope you eat and smoke and drink whatever you want. This is the Thanksgiving. I don't know who you're going to thank, but thanks whoever gave you something, thanks them. I got to have a happy Thanksgiving day. You know what I'm saying? Because my people don't give, they take. That's the difference between black folks and white folks, right? That's why I'm going to hang around white folks or MAGA. I should say MAGA and liberal. That's the difference between MAGA and liberals. MAGA give, liberal take. You know what I'm saying? MAGA give to the community Thanksgiving, right? If you give it to a liberal, you gotta say thanks for taking this free shit, this free lunch, this free meal, all this free shit, huh? That's what you gotta do when you thank a liberal. But it's been a lot of bullshit going on around Thanksgiving, right? And I'm gonna keep it 100. Last Thanksgiving, right, was a little. Every Thanksgiving is messed up nowadays in the hood, right? Because people get shot, right? People lose their life, especially in Chicago. Somebody gonna get shot, right? That's why they sent out the National Guard. The National Guards ain't in Los Angeles no more. Where the hell? I'm trying to wait on Miss Chocolate and Coco. They ain't nowhere up in here, right? They is not nowhere up in here, right? But we want to talk about today. We want to talk about the shit that's been going on in Washington, D.C., right? People getting ambushed. National Guards getting ambushed. And it's all because of the Democratic Party, right? Hands down, they got blood on their hands. They got blood on their hands. That's like, right? Like, I know my grandmother is a Crip, right? So the Bloods can say whatever they want to say about her, and it's true, right? They can call her a killer. They can call her, she beat people up. She a terrorist. They can say anything about my grandmother that they want, and it's probably true, right? Because she do probably everything they say. But when you label somebody a Nazi, when you label somebody Hitler, when you label somebody a fascist, I don't even know what a fascist is, right? You call a black person a fascist on the street, you probably get into a fight. You call me a fascist? Nigga, I ain't no fascist. I like women, right? You can't call black people names that they don't know nothing about. Right? I guarantee you, right? Don't nobody in LA that I could interview, I probably give them 100. Look, I bet you $100 you don't know what the hell a fascist is. Huh? It's just a name they throw out. The Democrats go on energy. They feed on energy. They feed on emotion, right? And then you do something to the Democrats. They want to play victim. It's like a battered woman syndrome or something, right? They ram you up, they make you angry, they make you mad, and then when you react, they oh my God, I'm the victim. Oh, look at him, he's so angry, right? And then all the Democrats, all the liberals, they always say, well, the right is so violent, and the right is crazy, and the right to take over this, and the right got Nazis, and they raid and they riot, and man, it ain't been shit. The only thing they can say, right, supposedly, is January 6th. Everything, every damn argument that they base every logic of anything on, they always say January 6th, right? I can name 30, 40 examples of the liberals tearing up shit. Cities, statues, police stations, libraries, news stations, you name it. I can name about 30 examples, right? Matter of fact, it's too many to fucking name, right? And when it's on the left, it becomes normal, right? See, the thing about the right and the thing about the left is we already know that the left is unstable mentally and emotionally, right? Anytime you can say you're a damn rabbit, right? Or you want to be a rabbit, or your pronouns are him and her, and you can't define what a woman is, and and you say men can have babies, something is mentally wrong, right? And they go on emotion, every roller coaster emotion that you can name, the Democrats with it. Oh, we want to fight for babies. Oh, we want to fight for kids. Oh, we want to fight for women. Oh, we want to fight for gays. Oh, we want to fight for blacks. Oh, we want to fight for immigrants. Every time you turn around, they want to fight for something. And then they always say they fighting against something. But right now, you just labeled the National Guard, the Gestapo, you naming Donald Trump Hitler, right? And we all know what Hitler and the Gestapo and all of them done. It's been in the history books. It's been all over, whatever you want to call it, right? But now, in this time and age, you have people, right, that are Democrats that are telling the military to don't obey Donald Trump. Don't listen to orders that you may not agree with. Fuck if they are commands, or fuck if they better the country. What do you feel morally? Right? And you can't get a bunch of morally sympathetic people in the army, right? Second guessing commands. When did that start happening? Right? Your job as a soldier is to take orders. Not saying that's a bad thing, but it's a chain of command. Right? If you had a job, you got to take orders. And if you're an employee, because it's a chain of command. Especially if you're at the bottom. If the manager tell the supervisor to tell you to clean up the damn bathroom, right? What you gonna say? I don't want to clean the bathroom. Tell the manager I do what the fuck I want to. I run my own shit. No, it's a chain of command. The supervisor ass is on the line now. Because the supervisor got a job to do. He got to tell you and make sure you doing your job. It's a chain of command. Because the bathroom dirty, guess what? The owner gonna get on the supervisor ass, and the supervisor gonna get on your ass, because it's a chain of command. Right? Why that can't happen in real life? Why can't be a chain of command in real life? You may not like cleaning up the bathroom because people come and probably shit on the wall, or don't flush the toilet, or the toilet maybe. You may not want to, but the chain of command on where the contract where you signed the job to employ you at say that's what you got to do. Damn it. And if that's what you got to do,
we know
that's what you got to do. Right? Now, this dude right here, this dude, an astronaut, he should know better. Right? You've been in the military, Mr. Kelly, right? You've been in the outer space, Mr. Kelly. You've been in the politics, Mr. Kelly. You should know better. But now he one of them Democrats like Donald Trump is gonna come after me, and Donald Trump is a dictator and all this sort of shit. Now he's want to cry foul. No, nigga, don't cry foul now. Watch him.
We know what political violence is, and we know what causes it too. You know, the statements that Donald Trump made.
Huh? When the last time, MAGA know the difference between logic and insanity, right? We know what Donald Trump say, right? When he don't mean go out there and fight and go out there and do all the shit y'all say he do. Y'all take that shit to the heart. MAGA ain't doing that shit. It hasn't been nobody in the last supposedly 8 years, right? Since January 6th, right? Ain't nobody in the last year that went to jail, done a crime, done the shooting, said, well, Donald Trump made me do it. Right? I listened to a Donald Trump speech and I went out. There has been no example possible. But I can name plenty of examples of the Democratic rhetoric. Charlie Kirk is one of the main examples. Right? Donald Trump is another example. With so-called rhetoric get out of control. So the only people that says stuff that can get somebody killed is the Democrats. Right? They got Charlie Kirk killed, Donald Trump shot, right? Other people, assassinated, right? These damn National Guards just got ambushed. Democrats. You come out with a video talking about, the National Guards and y'all stop taking illegal orders and stop doing that, and you don't tell people what it is or what it's about, they could insinuate anything. Oh, this motherfucker talking about ICE. Oh, this motherfucker talking about drugs. Oh, this motherfucker talking about protesters. Oh, this motherfucker talking about taking over cities. Oh, this motherfucker talking about policing people. Oh, they can perceive it as anything and act on it. MAGA don't perceive anything Donald Trump say and act on. That's the difference between Donald Trump rhetoric, right, and the Democrat rhetoric, right? Because liberal got motherfuckers that are unstable. It is proven.
Is insightful, incites others. He's got millions of supporters. People listen to what he says more so than anybody else in the country. And he should be careful with his words. But I'm not going to be silenced here. Is it stressful? I've been stressed by, things more important.
Wait a minute. He needs to be careful with his words. Why don't you be careful with your words?
Important than Donald Trump trying to intimidate me into shutting my mouth and not doing my job.
We begin tonight at 11 with breaking news.
Look what happened when you do your job. Look what happened when you so-called do your job. Look what the consequences 2 days later, you know what I'm saying, after you done made this damn video, a couple of days later, after you done made this video, people done got shot, right? And guess what? It was the people that you was telling these are innocent people, right? This is a man and a woman sitting up there doing they duty, and they was ambushed, had nothing to do with no law, had nothing to do with no politics, had this ambush because of your politics. You don't know if they're arrested, you don't know what their beliefs are, you don't know anything. What if they was some of the people that was against what Donald Trump was doing? What if that was some of the people that was supporting what the Congress people said? What if that was some of them that you gunned down, not even knowing? That's how crazy it is. You don't even know who you gunned down. They could have been believing the same thing you believe in. They could have been some whistleblowers or any fucking thing, but you gunned them down.
As we learn more about
not doing my job.
We begin tonight at 11 with breaking news as we learn more about the man investigators say ambushed 2 West Virginia National Guard members, shooting them just a block from the White House.
A block from the White House. Don't that send some kind of signal? A block from the White House? Right after you just said Donald Trump is commanding people to break the law, and he shoot people right by the White House, the National Guard, the same people y'all was talking about. You got blood on your hands.
Ambushed 2 West Virginia National Guard members, shooting them just a block from the White House, and we've learned that 29-year-old Afghan national,
a hellhole on earth,
now under arrest, has a West Coast connection.
He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 2021 on those infamous flights that everybody was talking about.
CBS News has learned there are now more than 46,000 Afghan refugees right here in the United States.
Whoa, 46,000. Remember that? We're going to take it back on before how it all started, right? We're going to take you back to the Afghanistan withdrawal, right? And if you ain't subscribed to my channel, you got to subscribe to this channel right here. You got to hit that email, right? Because I'm going to be doing uncensored videos and shows on that. Just hit that and hit that email. When I get enough subscribers, we're going to go to that channel and do some videos. We're going to start here and end over there, right? Because over there, I can show uncensored stuff. I can show the blood and the shooting and all that stuff. You know, things I can't show on YouTube. So if you want the uncensored stuff when I start doing these videos, click that link right there, right? Click that link, hit that email. When I get enough emails, I'm going live. Well, I'm still going live here, but I'm doing my uncensored show with all the blood and the phone calls and the opinions right over there, right? So anyway, we're gonna go back to the Afghanistan withdrawal, right? Afghanistan withdrawal, when these people was remember, they was like, let me the fuck out of here, let me the fuck out of here. And Joe Biden was like, hey man, we betting everybody, 100% we betting. Well, how the hell does terrorists get over here if you're vetting everybody?
And we're hearing from 6,000 CBS News has learned there are now more than 46,000 Afghan refugees right here in the United States. And we're hearing from law enforcement sources that more than a dozen of them have shown up on terror watch lists.
Woo, on terrorist watch lists. You know what that means? That there is terrorists over. How do we know he wasn't a terrorist? Huh? How do we know? Do we know his background? Do we know anything about him? Right? He applied for asylum. Do we know if he from ISIS? I'm pretty sure they're gonna do their background checking and shit, but we don't know if he was one of them people.
Nobody knew who was coming in. Nobody knew anything about it.
We asked the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security about the vetting process in an exclusive interview.
His status was extended under legislation signed by President Biden, a disastrous president, the worst in the history of our country.
We screen and vet individuals before they board a plane to the United States. An individual who does not satisfy our screening and vetting protocols is not admitted to the United States.
So you mean to tell me all them people on the plane, right? All them people that was going up the ladder and to the airplane to get on the airplane, all them people was vetted before they entered the United States. All them people that was hanging on to the plane, all them people that was throwing babies over there, hopping over there, all them people was vetted. Is that what you telling me, brother? Is that what you telling me, brother? I would say hell to the no. They lying to you.
And if, in fact, we learn information subsequently, we place those individuals in removal proceedings so that they are set to leave the United States as swiftly as possible.
If you remember, about 6 weeks ago, the Biden administration told us that there was a full vetting process going on. I was there about 3.5 weeks ago, and it was clear there was not a full vetting process going on.
Woo! What did you say? It was clear to me that it wasn't a full vetting process going on. So you mean the Biden administration lied, right? So you mean the Biden administration wasn't telling the truth? You mean that they didn't vet everybody that came over? So you mean it could be more people like this terrorist that's over here that claim asylum, so-called, and would refuse, right? And we don't know where the fuck they're at right now, right? In the country. Could be mad, right? Could be other people that got their asylum revoked and said, fuck it, I might as well go out and do what I need to do now. Since I can't be over here, my shit is revoked. Let me go out and do what I need to do. Huh? How do we know that other people from Afghanistan citizenship didn't get revoked or claim didn't get revoked and they finna act out like that? We've been telling you people telling you for months and years. You hear Donald Trump say, we knew who it was. We knew how he got over here. It was the Biden administration. Nobody else.
So how many people have been removed from the United States?
It was clear there was not a full vetting process going on.
So how many people have been removed from the United States for showing up on one of these lists?
We're dealing with very, very few people that have given us any cause for concern.
None of the two.
Whoa! You hear that? A flat out lie. We are dealing with very few people that has given us any reason for concern, right? Even this dude right here, he didn't raise no concerns. The dude that just shot up the National Guards, the dude whose visa was revoked, asylum claim was revoked, right? You mean he didn't raise no red flags? Very few of them. Right? How many of them was it? 800,000 of them? And very few of them raised red flags. Huh? Well, you got congressmen saying, hey, man, they wasn't vetted. Joe Biden is lying.
How many people have been removed from the United States for showing up on one of these lists?
We're dealing with very, very few people that have given us any cause for concern.
None of the 2,000 evacuees were vetted at that point, and now we're up to 13,000.
Whoa!
The Taliban.
Right? None of them was vetted. None of the 2,000 that came over was vetted. Now we up to 13,000. How many of that 13,000? If it was 100 of them that was just like him. Out of that 13,000, that's a lot of them. It was 50 of them, 40. If it was 25 of them that was in that 13,000, if that was an example of one of them, imagine the example of what 25 more can do, or 25 more will do. Huh? We don't know who the fuck over here, who the fuck mad, who the fuck a terrorist, who the fuck got plans, who the fuck paid. We got people over here that's trying to go over there to be terrorists. So you mean to tell me it's not terrorists that's coming over here that's already terrorists? They're gonna blow themselves up in the country that they from and do all kind of suicidal shit, but they're gonna come over here and act perfectly sane. No, they're gonna bring that violence with them. They're gonna bring that mentality, that culture. They're gonna bring all that shit with them because guess what? They don't respect our culture and they don't respect our laws, and they damn sure don't respect our country. Huh? 13,000 from 2,000 to 13,000.
That have given us any cause for concern.
None of the 2,000 evacuees were vetted at that point, and now we're up to 13,000.
The Taliban, when they took control, released thousands of prisoners, including members of ISIS and Al-Qaeda.
We've shown that capacity just in the last week.
Remember when Joe Biden, remember when the ISIS, right, killed Afghanistan, ISIS killed the 13 soldiers, right? And Joe Biden like, well, we're going to pay you back at our time and our discretion and shit like that. You can't hide and all this. Remember that shit? Then he got on national TV bragging about how they killed the terrorists. Oh, yeah, we killed the terrorists. We hit them with the bomb and we done all this. Bragging. Right, that whole press conference and shit. Yeah, we hit the Taliban and shit. We killed them. We got a drone strike. We finna show you the missile strike and all this shit and the burning buildings and all. Remember that? Then they had to come back and cover it up and tell the truth. Well, it wasn't really a terrorist, right? And we really didn't kill the people that killed the soldiers. We really didn't kill them. What we done is we killed an innocent family. We killed kids and activists, and you know what I mean. We killed them. We didn't really, and we're sorry, right? We sorry we killed your whole village and blamed it on ISIS and said we killed ISIS. Y'all was delivering. You had a man delivering humanitarian aid, water and shit to people. Well, it looked like he was carrying bombs to us. Wait a minute. You got all this technology, right? And you can't tell if a man carrying water or bombs. What the fuck are we paying you for? If you can't tell if a motherfucker carrying water or bombs, if you can't tell if they kids or infants or Afghanistani soldiers, like, what the hell are we paying you for? We don't know if they kids are Afghanistan. We're just gonna shoot the shit. Come on, man. What kind of intelligence you had on the ground, or what kind of intelligence you had anywhere, right? If you can tell that person or them people wasn't no damn terrorists, huh? Why would we trust anything that we don't know if that was their people that came over? That could have been their people. Like, you know what? They killed my people. I'm going to kill their people. We don't know if that was their people or not. That could have been his nephew and niece or something, right? But Joe Biden, we're sorry.
And Al-Qaeda.
We've shown that capacity just in the last week.
This strike was taken in the earnest belief that it would prevent an imminent threat to our forces and the evacuees at the airport. But it was a mistake, and I offer my sincere apology.
The fallout.
It was a mistake, and I offer my sincere apology. Fuck that we blew up your village. Fuck, damn your village. I offer my condolences. We're sorry for blowing up your kids. We're sorry for blowing up the kids
at the airport, but it was a mistake, and I offer my sincere apology.
And fallout is spreading after the Pentagon's shocking admission that the drone strike in Kabul hit an aid worker and his family, not an ISIS-K member. And as the surviving family members and friends say, an apology is not enough.
We struck ISIS-K remotely, days after they murdered 13 of our service members and dozens of innocent Afghans.
Instead of taking out terrorists, however, the U.S. Hellfire missile killed 10 members of the Ahmadi family, including Amal Ahmadi's 3-year-old daughter, Malika.
That deadly mistake sparking a Pentagon review of the CENTCOM investigation into the strike.
And to ISIS-K, we are not done with you yet.
Can you guarantee that none of those prisoners are making their way into the United States?
Expect a good vetting process? I mean, go back to why we're in this situation in the first place.
Huh? Did you expect a vetting that was legit? Huh? That's why we're here in the first place. Well, that's why we're here in the first place, because the Biden administration.
We know what political.
Right? That's why we're here in the first damn place. Why? Hold on, wait a minute. Why does this now thing keep going? I got another video on here. Why does this thing keep going to this video? I got another video on here that's longer than this. Look right here. It's supposed to be. What? Oh my God! They're not downloading my whole video. Why are they not downloading the whole video? This is crazy. They're only downloading 8 minutes of the video. Do I gotta download the last 8:19? This is crazy. Why are they not doing that? This is a 17-minute video. The hell are they doing? Let's see. How much is this? This is 8:19. What the hell are they doing?
Violence is, and we know what causes it too.
Wait.
The statements.
This is not the video. This is not the video. Turn this one off. We're right here. I hope they let me. What's YouTube doing? Why did not let me play my whole video? Huh? But anyway, right? Why we expect the Democrats to do anything right? When have you saw the Democrats do anything right? I'm not talking about healthcare. I'm not talking about they cities. I mean this anything right. Like they hollering right now. They hollering affordability and all that shit. When have you known the Democrats to do any freaking thing right? Huh? I cannot tell you. Hold on, let me edit this right here. Make sure I get this whole video, right? Because this whole video is important, damn it. Huh? To see how we got here. This whole video is important. Oh, there we go.
Can you guarantee that none of those prisoners are making their way into the United States?
Expect a good vetting process? I mean, go back to why we're in this situation in the first place. Remember, 13 American servicemen gave their lives for our country. Americans were left behind. Allies were left behind. $90 billion of equipment and weapons left behind. Joe Biden described all that as a, quote, extraordinary success.
I can guarantee you that we are doing everything possible to make sure that they don't. And we have no evidence that they have.
If one terrorist sets foot on American soil via a United States military plane, then that's a huge failure. And what my concern is that there could be dozens of potential terrorists in this group.
It's being called a targeted attack by a lone gunman. Luckily, other nearby Guards members were able to take down the shooter before he was able to fire on anyone else.
Right? If it's one of them, right? Because when it's one of them, it's going to come many of them. Right? Whereas there one, there's going to be many. Huh? Think about, oh my God, unable to share. They're not letting me share the rest of the video. What's wrong with them? Oh, MG, they're not letting me share the rest of this video on YouTube. What the hell is wrong with this video? Why I can't do it? At a certain part, it's not letting me share none of this video. Hey, scan us for this. YouTube, scan us for this. Hold on.
So should we be surprised that they didn't properly vet the people they did bring out?
This attack underscores the single greatest national security threat facing our nation.
I mean, again, nothing with this administration should surprise us now.
The last administration let in 20 million unknown and unvetted foreigners from all over the world, from places that you don't want to even know about.
The Biden administration dodging questions again, refusing to elaborate on the vetting process for Afghan refugees coming into the United States.
We're starting to get some numbers about where some of the Afghan evacuees will be resettled. Can you walk through the administration's process? I know it has to do with the Office of Refugee Resettlement, but a number of governors have raised their hands. We're learning more about the first wave. How is the administration going about determining where to place evacuees and refugees?
Yeah, where y'all gonna place the evacuees at? Huh? Right? Where you gonna replace all them 800,000 people that came over here to America? Huh? Where you gonna place all them people that came over here to America? Remember, the Afghanistan people was getting health care, they was getting Social Security, right? Free housing, right? People was talking about the Hispanics and stuff like that, but it was a lot of immigrants that was getting the same kind of benefits. Same kind of benefits. Let me see if they're gonna hold on. Damn, they what the hell is wrong? They's not letting me. Wow, are you serious? Is my phone malfunctioning or something? This is crazy. They's not letting me download this whole video. I done tried to edit and everything. Wow.
No country can tolerate such a risk to our very survival.
For anyone who is evacuated from Afghanistan comes to this country, they undergo a rigorous vet.
Sure. It's a very good question. I think our Department of Homeland Security is going to have the best level of detail for you on how that process works. Or I can also ask former Governor Markell to come out here and talk with all of you one day soon, which I'm sure you'd be interested in. So let me venture to do that and see if he just has more of a rundown.
I would assume the State Department has a policy for what happens with those applicants whose
They still with this shit, Sergeant, but they won't let me download the rest of this video. Every time I download the video, they fuck up the whole video. They mess up the whole video. You can't see your chest no more? Sergeant Ball can't even see his chest no more. Right? This shit is crazy. How the hell is this even possible? Right? That you can't even download that if it was like no warning or anything. That's why I say, hey, you gotta hit that link, man, because like I say, this wouldn't happen on no regular thing. It's like 8 minutes of this video that they don't even let me play. And I don't even know why. I'm trying to do it one more time.
vetting is not successful.
Numbers that you've provided of Americans who have been evacuated, it sounds like there are at least 70,000 Afghans who have been evacuated. How do you possibly vet all of those people in a timely fashion when clearly the Customs and Border Patrol and the relevant officials must be completely overloaded?
We do have a plan, but again, these aren't always plans that we can detail publicly.
They are. And I will say this is a reflection of the fact that we have hundreds of employees of our intelligence community working 24 hours a day to do.
They won't let me download it, which means there's no interaction. The chat room, we're probably off. There ain't no, you can't even interact in the chat room. Let me see. They cut me off. Oh no, they didn't cut me off. I'm still on. Can't even interact on the chat room. This is crazy. This is crazy business right here. I don't understand my chat. Okay, this is crazy. We see you. Okay, this is crazy business right here.
The vetting necessary and reviews necessary to move people into the United States.
Congressman Chris Deluzio joined 5 other Democratic lawmakers, all of them military or intelligence community veterans, to urge current officials to disobey illegal orders.
Tough with your assault rifles and your sticks. You should be standing here with us. You're on the wrong side of history. We know you got a job to do. But you took an oath to the Constitution, not to the fascists in the White House. Think about what you're doing now. Think about what this means. Coming into our community. Peaceful fucking community. People working their jobs. They send in men in military fatigues. Weapons of war into our communities. And you stand here and you allow it. I am sick and tired of it. You should be sick and tired of it. You think any of these people in the White House sending you these commands give a fuck about you? Not one of them do. They laugh at you.
Oh
Our
my!
president laughs at you. He calls you fools. He said the people who
They got that shit on. They could. They. I had a lot of liberal speeches, right?
For governors,
right. That's crazy. Let me see. House niggas be like, master block those niggas posting truth, free to others. Hey, these motherfucking YouTube is great. That's why you say hit that link. You know what I'm saying? That's pinned up, right? Because like I said, I got to do another channel because they're not letting me say what I want to. They're not letting me show. I had a gang of liberals, right? Like 8 minutes, because it started with him, right? And I edited him and how the Democrats, call it Donald Trump, Hitler, and fascists, right? I had I don't know, this other black dude, he was on there. I had your boy from Chicago, you know what I'm saying, calling Gustavo. I had a gang of, oh my God, they done cut half the video show. They won't even let me download it. How do they even know? This is crazy. Like you can't. It's like they wouldn't even. Like usually they give you a warning or something like, "Hey, you can't put up that rhetoric," but they like download and automatically cut half the video show. Like it's off the bat. Like, and then I try to download it. It's the last 9 minutes of it that I put on YouTube, and then it say unable, try again. And then I look at the video, it's 4 seconds. I said, how the fuck did it go from 9 minutes to 4 seconds? Oh my God, YouTube is good. Y'all got it. They don't want a nigga on here telling the truth. They don't want a nigga on here being funny. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit, right? So, like I said, you got to hit that link so I can start doing my own stuff and showing the real truth, right? Show snippets on YouTube. Oh my God. Why me, man? Why they blackball me on everything? Instagram, Facebook, they blackball me on every social media account I get. They like, you know what? You are shadow banned. We're not gonna share your shit. We're not gonna do nothing of that sort. We're not gonna send no notifications. We're not gonna. Oh my God, that's this world for the freedom of speech and all that other stuff. Why I can't put the stuff I want to on YouTube. That's why I gotta come up with an uncensored channel, man. For all the videos I want to put up, all the shit I want to say, talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can't do it on here. They won't let you. They won't let you tell the truth. The truth is, I'm pretty sure if I was like, okay, boss. Okay, let me say what you're gonna say. I'm pretty sure if I was on here preaching some Donald Trump rhetoric and shit, right, and all that shit, they let it slide. But I have videos of these Democrats talking about, well, we don't don't like the National Guards. The National Guards this. I have funny immigrants getting arrested by the National Guards, and like, what's wrong with them videos? Like, and it's funny how they cut it off right at that part when I started showing the video. You know, all the other part was cool. You know, me talking about the National Guards, and you know, and me talking about the Afghanistan and all that. All that shit was cool. But when I got to the part when I was showing how it led up to this shit, they cut it off. Right? So what if that was for, like, I was using that for like a teachable moment, you know what I'm saying, or for a learning experience or anything like that? Why I couldn't do that? Right? Let you know that this shit is bullshit. They only want you to say what they want you to say. Not the truth. Right? Not the truth. That's why so many people can call Donald Trump Hitler and fascist and get away with that shit on social media, right? And you can't debunk. You can't say, oh no, that's not truth. Here's the truth. Here's what it really is. Right? You can't do that. It's only one way or the highway. They hate Donald Trump so much, and they hate everybody who fuck with Donald Trump so much that they will silence you. Right? I don't know if nobody else posting in the chat. Let me see if somebody posting in the chat. Sergeant Mo want to know if somebody else posting in the chat. Right? Let me see if somebody else posting in the chat. Yep. Right? But that's how they talk about democracy, and they talk about freedom of speech, and they talk about equal rights. They talk about the truth and stuff like that. When every time you try to tell the truth, it is not fitting their narrative, they block you. Why don't you let me say what the fuck I want to say and let somebody debunk what I want to say? Or why when I debunk what somebody else say and you don't like how I debunk it, you know what I'm saying, you silence me. Right? That's how the truth not getting out. Right? That's why Donald Trump and the Republicans, they ran on affordability, and they actually doing what the fuck they got voted in to do. Look at the price of eggs, look at the price of gas, look at the price of, look at all the other prices, you know. But certain people still want more. We want more. We want it now. We want it now. Like, damn, give a person time. You want everything now. You waited for Joe Biden to fuck up the economy in 4 years. But you want Donald Trump to clean it up in a month, 2 months, a year? Right? We got to deal with domestic shit, foreign shit. You got to deal with Russia, China. Right? You got to deal with Ukraine. Right? You got to deal with all these other countries and still deal with these motherfuckers in South America. Right? And then they had a nerve to say, well, Donald Trump looked fatigued. Or they've been running the same line. Donald Trump he's going insane, and Donald Trump, we need to check him for he's losing his fastball, and come on, man. It's a reason why they don't want the truth to come out. They want to have their narrative, and that's dangerous. Right? Elon Musk took over Twitter. You can go over there, you can, you know what I'm saying, you can tell the truth all you want to on some aspects. But on this platform right here, right, it's not about that. It's about what we want you to say. You can say, you can tell the truth, but only to a certain extent. Right? You can tell the truth, but we don't want you to offend nobody. You can say certain words, but you say it the wrong way. We got to ban you. We got to cut you. We got to give you a strike. We got to take your channel. Right? Look how many people tell them they took because of COVID. Now all of a sudden they're saying, we're sorry, we're going to start giving them back. After motherfuckers done lost thousands and livelihoods and all that. Oh, we want to start giving them back now. Right? This shit is getting dangerous. And just think about if Donald Trump and the Republicans, you know, Donald Trump get out of office, thinking how this shit is going to hit the fan. Right? Hopefully he's still going to have some influence, but shit is going to get crazy. Right? Because money got the power. And right now, Democrats are doing everything they can to disrupt this president, everything they can to silence the critics, to silence the truth. Right? It's easy to hate somebody when every time you turn on the TV, all you hear is Nazi and fascist and Donald Trump sending the troopers, or Donald Trump sick and this and Donald Trump that. It's easy to hate a motherfucker. I hated the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, when the motherfuckers kept winning the Super Bowl. And every time you look around at the Kansas City Chiefs, you start hating motherfuckers. You start hating the Golden State Warriors. You start hating motherfuckers. Right? Especially now that you got so many enemies. Right? And it's so crazy. The right is not emotional like the left, right? The right is not running and yelling out, we need this and we need that. And we like, okay, we're kind of be cool. We living good. You know what I'm saying? It's getting better. We're silent, right? About our success. They're loud about our success. Trying to say we fell in this and fell in that. And they're loud. Right? You can't tell these sons of bitches the truth. Because then they'll change the argument and start name calling. Then based on emotion, and start coming up with all kind of logics. Well, what if this? Well, you don't feel this. What happens in this? No. We are a constitutional republic. That means we're based of a country based on laws. We're not a country that's based on a fucking emotion. That ain't got no country nowhere in history. Right? Now you got people who want to change the country. What we've been running on for all these years. Now you got people that we don't like it. We want to change it to what? To model ourselves after another motherfucking country that ain't been successful? Why we want to do that? We can do it better. How? Why we won't even do that? Right? I mean, it's getting crazy when you can't have a voice of reasoning, a voice of debate, a voice of debunking, a voice of, of dissent, of anything that what they call it. It's crazy. They're talking about the Gestapos and shit and Hitler, and that what Hitler done, and then he had control of the media and what was put out and control the narrative and all that shit. Wasn't he pumping propaganda? Right? You can never compare a motherfucker to Hitler. It's only one Hitler. One. Right? Donald Trump ain't done none of the shit Hitler done. Huh? But you try to compare him to the worst person in history. Right? This motherfucker Hitler was so bad that after they made his name, it's not another motherfucker Hitler on the face of the earth with the last name Hitler. Or it's not, he retired the name and the mustache. Nobody have a Hitler mustache and nobody have a Hitler last name. That's the only name that retired from the motherfucking earth. It's all kind of black people still carrying slave names. Harris is a slave name. Johnson, Smith, all them slave names. But ain't nobody in history is carrying the name of Hitler. I don't give a fuck if it's every other person in the world, somebody carrying their last name. Every other dictator, every mother, Ching Chong, whatever the fuck you want to say, somebody carrying their last name, they got a bloodline. You can't even find a Hitler bloodline. You ain't got no motherfucker say I was Hitler's grandchild. Huh? Hitler was my great. You ain't found a motherfucker yet. How you gonna compare him to the most evil motherfucker on the face of the... This motherfucker was more evil than anybody you want to name ever made. He was an example of evil. Huh? He was a motherfucking example of how low a motherfucker can go. There's never been a motherfucker like him before, and there's never been another motherfucker like him again. And if you got a lie to compare him to somebody, that lets you know your story ain't shit. Right? And you got to make up shit. Oh, make up shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to put on him. If you got a lie, I mean, the truth will be easy to see. Like, damn, that nigga telling the truth right there. But you got a lie to get a point across? I'm going to make up the worst shit ever? Hitler? Come on, man. Hitler is not to be duplicated. Right? Right? This nigga wasn't Hitler when he was on the TV show. This nigga wasn't Hitler when he was in the movies. He wasn't when he was in all the rap songs. He wasn't no motherfucking Hitler. Now all of a sudden he Hitler. Huh? The nigga would that'll never have another. The nigga that'll never have a ancestry.com ever. You can't follow that nigga bloodline nowhere. Huh? But like I say, right? The liberal, and it's crazy how you have people that believe anything the liberals say. You have people out here still believing the Jeffrey Epstein shit. All the shit came out against the Democrat motherfucker. Well, what happened? What happened to Donald Trump? Well, he's still a child. Well, where's the proof? Who you listening to? Where the pictures at? Where the victims at? Right? There's all kinds of people say Donald Trump ain't had nothing to do with it. Oh, they're just saying that. Donald Trump is the most investigated motherfucker on the face of the earth in the world history of the investigations. There has never been a motherfucker, I don't give a fuck what gangster, what time, what serial killer, what Unabomber, I don't give a fuck who it is. There's nobody in the world that had 94 counts in 7 different motherfucking counties at once in the world. Huh? Never. And beat all of them. Huh? The most investigated man in the world beat every motherfucking case that came to him his way, was put on him. No evidence, trumped up charges, all that shit. Now you want me to believe that he's all of a sudden a child molester, a pedophile? Well, he said grab him by the pussy. He said you can grab him by the pussy if you got money. He didn't say he went out and grabbed no woman by the pussy. Listen to what they say. Oh, you can grab him by the pussy. You got money. You can grab him by the pussy. He didn't walk up and say, I just grab women by the pussy. I grabbed such and such by the pussy. You know, old girl, when I was at the beauty pageant, I was just grabbing bitches by the pussy. He didn't say nothing like that. He said, if you got money, you can grab them by the pussy. Not saying I'm doing it. It's just a figure of speech. You can. They still say that. Just to grab by the pussy. Come on. You gotta understand what semantics is, what logic is, right? What humor is. If he say, look at all he don't like black women. Hell, he dated a black woman. The fuck you mean he intimidated by black women? He dated one. Donald Trump don't like women. Well, why he got him in all the high places then? If he didn't like them so damn much. Right? The only reason that Donald Trump is called them things, right? Do you think for one motherfucking minute 75 million motherfuckers a vote for a motherfucker that had the characteristics of a motherfucking Hitler? You think we that dumb? This motherfucker got all the characteristics of a Hitler, but I'm still gonna vote for this motherfucker. This motherfucker talking about being a dictator. He talking about taking all our rights, but I'm still gonna vote for this motherfucker. Right? That's like any team, any champion, you gonna have motherfuckers hate you because you're on the champion, you're on top. Everybody gonna hate the champ. It's not a motherfucker on top right now that a motherfucker that everybody loves them. You can't name me one. Who the last football champion? Who the last baseball champion? Who the last basketball champion? Somebody hate they motherfucking guts that they won. Huh? And somebody love they motherfucking guts with the same amount of motherfucking energy. So no matter how much you hate Donald Trump, it's motherfuckers just as much love Donald Trump. This is much you hate him. You hate him. You're not going to change their opinion because you're emotional. What about what he said? What about what he did? What type of person is he? He's talking about killing people. No, he's not. This is the penalty for sedition. It's death, motherfucker. Now, I ain't saying kill him. I understand this is what it is. If you want to go by the law, y'all are by the books, ain't y'all? Nobody above the law. So why do he get to say, don't listen to the commander-in-chief, right? And don't face no consequences. You got to bite that bullet, man. I'm the motherfucking commander-in-chief, and you're going to tell the motherfucker don't. And didn't that other motherfucker do that? That sergeant or general, whatever, huh? If Donald Trump is going to strike China, I'm going to call you and let you know. What? Ain't that undermining the president? You didn't call motherfucking all them countries. Obama done bombed the fuck out of them. Say, hey man, Obama finna bomb the fuck out of you. If Donald Trump want to bomb a motherfucker, let him know. He gonna tell the motherfucker, hey, Muhammad, look out your side your window. So what is that? Oh, it's a drone, motherfucker. Let's talk. Let's talk business. Oh, what is that for? What is the drone for? Oh, you'll find out. Huh? If I don't give the fuck I want to. If Donald Trump wants to bomb a motherfucker, he gonna tell the motherfucker. He not. Didn't he tell Iran? Look, man, y'all don't want to come with the shit? Okay. Wait a couple of days. They got a timeline. They got 3 days, nigga. We gonna give them 2. We said 3, but we gonna give them 2. Huh? Donald Trump came out. Yeah, we bombed Muhammad. He's no longer with us. He was fuck with the United States, and we President Xi, we just bombed the shit out of Syria. The motherfucker. When is Donald Trump scared to say he bombed the motherfucker, man? We just bombed some motherfuckers that was crossing the ocean. Huh? When has he done that? Obama blew up American citizen. Motherfucker didn't say shit. He was an American citizen. His ass shouldn't have been over there. Next question. Like, what? Yeah, we have moved on. When Donald Trump came up with that motherfucker said, look, man, we went over there and we lit them motherfuckers up. We destroyed all their nuclear capabilities. No pilots was hurt. No pilots was injured. You know what I'm saying? The mission was successful. It was complete. Huh? What's name coming back over here? We had blew up some motherfucking terrorists and shit like that. Whoops. Wasn't no motherfucking terrorism, humanitarian people. My bad. We thought we blew some motherfuckers up. Right? That's the difference. Precision. Every time Donald Trump killed the motherfucker terrorists or blew up some motherfucking air base. Remember, we finna go to war with Iran. Since when? Donald Trump done that shit to Iran. We finna go to Iran and war to Iran. Since when? We finna go to war with Venezuela. Since when? Since when Donald Trump start wars? That nigga don't start them, he just finish them. Fuck you talking about? I ain't gonna start shit. I'll finish that motherfucker though. Huh? I'll finish the shit out of it. They don't want the truth, man. The truth was said. This is a massive motherfucker was forced to tell the truth. Huh? But the Democrats have got to the point they're not asking what they people want. Hey man, what y'all want and what y'all need? No, we're gonna tell y'all what y'all want and what y'all need. This is what y'all want, this is what y'all need today. Huh? Y'all need health care today. Y'all need an Affordable Care Act tomorrow. Y'all need affordable housing next week. You need food stamps tomorrow. We're gonna tell you what you need. You need to vote for this. You need to vote for that. You need to go against this. You need to go against that. You need to fight for this. You need to fight. Like, goddamn, like, if this is a bit energy, Democrat, you got to have a lot of fucking energy. You got to sing and dress in suits and protest. And, like, goddamn. I ain't never saw no Republican do that shit. Get out and sing hymns and shit like that. We will overcome. No justice. No. I've never seen no motherfucking Republicans in the street hollering, no justice, no peace. Whose streets are? I ain't never heard no shit. I've been to a lot of motherfucking protests and rallies. I ain't never heard no motherfucking chat. Whose streets are streets? Whose streets? If we don't get it, we're gonna shut it down. We don't get what the fuck? I ain't never turned on no motherfucking TV and saw no motherfucking white supremacists. We want justice. We want it now. We want. I ain't never saw no group of white folks in no MAGA hats. We want justice now. What do we want? Now. We gonna burn it down. What? We don't do no shit like that. We don't fight against the police. Police, you need to come over here and join MAGA. Why are you defending this? Why are you defending that? You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be MAGA. Come on over here. Why you dressing that outfit? Why are you protecting this building? Why are you protecting them people? You shouldn't be protecting that property. Come on over here to MAGA. Take off your uniform. Join MAGA. You ain't never saw that shit. You ain't never saw no conservative standing out at the abortion clinic like, nope. You can't go up in here. Nope. No, you can't go up here. Nope. You see all kind of motherfuckers jump inside of the protests and shit like that, trying to block National Guards and ICE agents from doing their job. Huh? Conservatives ought to start going in front of the abortion clinic. Nope. Can't come up in here, doctor. Can't kill no baby today. Nope. Go home, doctor. Huh? You won't be slitting no damn throats today, doctor. Huh? You don't see no shit like that. It's only these motherfuckers. You don't hear motherfuckers saying, hey, man, Joe Biden is senile. Joe Biden done all this racist ass crime bill shit. Joe, well, let me go load up my motherfucking AR then. Huh? Is he that crazy? Joe Biden called us ultra MAGA. Well, let me go up here and get my motherfucking what? Huh? It's a crowd full of liberals. I mean, it's a crowd full of MAGAs. I mean, yeah, it's a crowd full of liberals. Let me get my Toyota truck and just run through the crowd. Huh? Let me do that. Just run through the crowd. How many times you see somebody from MAGA go crazy because it's a liberal out there, you know what I'm saying, with their signs or, you know what I'm saying, handing out pamphlets. You handing out fucking pamphlets? You tear this shit down. Get rid of all this shit. Huh? Give me this shit. What are you doing out here? Getting emotional because the motherfucker out there doing something. When have you ever saw that? I don't see that type of shit. It's on these liberals. It's on these liberals. The day I see a bunch of MAGA supporters dress up like some motherfucking rabbits and turtles and dinosaurs, right? Hopping like bunnies, talking about some damn border control or some shit like that. That's the day I leave. Huh? When these motherfuckers when MAGA start dressing them like bunnies and furries and motherfucking robots and shit like that, right? And start chanting the shit outside, singing with guitars and shit, right? Beating drums and whistles and shit outside. The day the MAGA start doing that, that's the day I'm out. That is the day I turn my certificate, my badge, my whatever the fuck in. Let motherfuckers dress up like some furries in some MAGA hats protesting. I'm out. Huh? I am out. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. Like I said, they didn't let me record the rest of this show. I would have done some more show, but they didn't let me do it, man. So hit that link, man. Subscribe to that email, man, so I can start doing live shows and I can start telling the truth, man. We're going to keep this channel, but we want to do some uncensored shit too. So go hit that other channel because, like I say, this channel right here is full of shit. I'm out of here. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope you get what the hell you want. I'm out.